Hello, folks. We're live with Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Liqueur Reviews. James P. Madonna with Progressive Discussions is in New Jersey, and he's going to send us off for another exciting excursion into Fandango Friday. Day.
Yes, we're off. It is Fandango Friday, and what you just saw, for those that remember, that are old enough to remember, is the logo for the infamous chaos from the old comedy show Get Smart with Don Adams, Maxwell Smart. And that is all those villains like Siegfried, the U-boat commander, Max
Yeah,
Vench.
I don't think I ever even watched an episode of that show, but I know it was very popular and it was very clever. All right, now.
It was funny. It was funny. But it is Fandango Friday now. Now, Louisiana beer and wine and liquor reviews, because he does shows based on all of them.
Yeah.
Can't see anything? What do
Well,
you mean?
we're
Open your eyeball. Open your eyeballs.
We're visible. All right, now I have the party bucket from 99 brand. Well, I exhausted all of the 99 brands, and they were fine, but I don't think I'd be buying more of it. But I kept the bucket because James P. Madonna had the idea that I should put more in here and shake it up, and then pull out something anonymously. And
like bingo balls.
All right.
Shake, rattle, and roll. You got to shake.
Of course, we know the big news of today. The big news, everybody's stressed out because they found out that Stone Brewing, the fiercely independent craft beer company established in the 1990s, sold out to Sapporo of Japan. Everyone has a price, it seems. Okay,
it seems like everyone has a price with no.
Oh, this is ironic.
Jose Cuervo, especially.
Last week was Jose Cuervo Silver, and today, with all the bottles I had in this party bucket, I pulled out Jose Cuervo Gold. Well, you never know, folks.
Yeah, there's a little bit of mysticism involved with that bucket.
Yeah, because I said party bucket. Am I going to pull out a Jose Cuervo product twice in a row? And lo and behold, I did. Now, so just last night, the television went static, and I was talking to the TV people. Now,
TV. Oh, you mean your cable provider?
No, it was like the little girl. Someone said, "Who are you talking to?" I said, "The TV people." Okay.
Oh, what do they have? Something like Alexa, which, by the way, I don't deal with.
You don't remember? You don't remember that movie from 40 years ago with the little first grade girl was talking to the TV people?
Oh, are you talking about Amityville Horror?
No, all the kitchen chairs were being sucked across the floor, and then they were being stacked up, and then the little girl got sucked into a portal.
Oh, because I remember at the beginning, Amityville Horror, the little blonde was, I think she was communicating with one of those Captain Howdies or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call them.
well, in the movie I'm talking about, it was a middle class couple. The father was in real estate, and the girl, the daughter,
Yeah.
uh, started talking to people through the television screen, voices, and it was very strange. And then something happened that night, and she got sucked into a portal, and they couldn't get her out, and they had all these paranormal experts, so-called, trying to get her out of the portal.
Oh,
I mean,
that sounds interesting.
yeah,
It was like through the TV screen, like it was another dimension.
yeah, but the portal was her closet with all the toys. And what they found out, what it was revealed later, was that the real estate company built the subdivision, phase 3 or whatever it was, phase 3, over a graveyard, a cemetery, but they only removed the headstones. They didn't remove the bodies. They just built the entire subdivision over the graveyard, and so it was being their house was being raided by
So you had a bunch of real pissed off spirits.
right, and so it was
You disrespect our grave. The Indian burial grounds. They you'll get cursed. You'll no. I mean, can you imagine how long it would take for him to put every liquor on the wheel?
Kevin.
Anyway.
My roof was not damaged, so I didn't.
Yeah,
the movie was called Poltergeist. Yeah.
Poltergeist. That's right. The film was Kurt. Yes, I remember Poltergeist. I saw a real spooky movie. Hey, Jean-Pierre. Hey, Masumi. Good morning to you, Masumi. It is 7:40 a.m. Saturday in Tokyo. A real scary movie with Anthony Hopkins on Netflix called The Rite, where it has to do with exorcism taught at the Vatican. And Anthony Hopkins was one of their premier exorcists, where he was like, all his schedule was all booked up. I mean, he was all over the place. And it turned out a demon possessed him. It was really pretty graphic, interesting. Anyway, The Rite, RITE. Okay, I brought Myers original dark rum, Jamaican rum. I always love the colorful label on this product with the barrels and the foliage, the tropical foliage. But anyway, of course, I had it in. Hey, Poltergeist is blurring my image. Oh, there we go. I had it in the freezer. All right.
Yeah.
You parents get offended too damn bad. Anyway, yeah, it's a hazy, lazy, crazy day of summer. It's the beginning of summer, but Ronald has 99 degrees Fahrenheit with high humidity, and I have in the mid 80s with high humidity. But I have let me post the Myers website there. And Tradition in a Glass, founded by Fred L. Myers in 1879 in Kingston, Jamaica. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that. And,
okay.
we'll definitely give it a lot of attention. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do mine first to get it out the way. Not because I'm rude, just to get it out the way. I'm very absent-minded. I'm kind of absent-minded, and like James told me years ago, it's like running a switchboard. So
yeah, but you're a professor, absent-minded professor.
Yeah, but it's like, and so I like to get mine out the way more than just do it first. Okay, so here's Jose Cuervo Especial Gold, and I bought this at a local store, you know, in the New Orleans area, and it was inexpensive. And I've never had it in my life. It's made with blue agave. It's a gold tequila. It's 80 proof. It's from Jalisco, Mexico. This tequila company is the first tequila company in Mexico authorized by the government, which at that time was the Kingdom of Spain. And they started producing in 1795. Here it is, and I'm going to do a screen share. It's not going to be too difficult to show the website.
Well, in honor of your Jose Cuervo tequila, I'm having a giant grilled chicken burrito for dinner that I got at the local Mexican place around the corner. There it is.
Here's a Special Gold. Cuervo Gold is golden style Joven tequila. That means young. Made from a blend of reposado aged and younger tequila. So they're taking younger and aging it with and blending it with older. Ever the story maker, Cuervo Gold. I never heard of doing that before. Taking a young and an old and mixing them.
Yeah, I think they pronounced it Juve.
Oh, I thought it was pronounced Joven. Oh.
Yeah, Juve is young.
The leading role in the invention of the margarita, and it's still the perfect tequila for that beloved cocktail. Okay, so now you can buy more expensive Jose Cuervos, but we're not dealing with that at this particular time. We're dealing with their flagship product. So they don't have too much to say about it. Now, this is what they would call a mixto, meaning that it is at least 51% blue Weber blue agave, but a mixto, legally, according to the law of Mexico, a mixto can contain up to 49% filler, like cane sugar. It's
really
more than likely, yeah. So it's more than likely, we don't know this for sure, but it's more than likely 49% cane sugar and 51% agave nectar. But that's a common practice, so I'm not going to get all stressed out of it. If you want to pay $10, $15 more, you can get the Jose Cuervo Tradicional, which is 100% agave. 100%. No filler, but you're going to, obviously pay for that. All right, so here we go. Cheers. Pouring it. Now, this is the best-selling tequila in the world. That doesn't mean I'm favoring them. That just means I'm stating a fact. It's very light gold, like almost straw. It depends how the light hits it. But you're not going to get a very dark product from tequila that might be like a 2-year age blended in with a no age, one that's just out the distillery, so with no aging. So yeah. Go with the nose. I've never had this in my life, folks. First time I ever had it in my life. All right, just like the silver, it's mild. The nose is a mild agave, but it's not. It's just mild. It's a shadow of agave. If you want rich, deep agave aroma, yeah, you're probably not going to get it with this. That's probably why you're going to have to pay more money. Although I will say this, over the last month or two, I did find 100% agave tequilas with no filler from independent little family-owned distilleros, and I bought those at Trader Joe's. Little companies that couldn't really get any kind of traction, but they made a deal with Trader Joe's to get their stuff on the shelf. And I was able to get those 100% tequilas for $13.99 for a liter bottle. I might add a liter bottle. All right, taste. Oh, well, certainly a very pleasant product. You have sugar sweetness. You have the peppery agave plants. agave nectar from the various different ages. It's like a black pepper spice. There's no smoke. You do get smokiness with mezcal sometimes, but this is a tequila mezcal. Tequila is usually not too smoky. I've heard people say negative things about Jose Cuervo Gold, like it's trash, it's garbage, only a fool will drink it, and so forth. But
Only a fool. And he's just hoity-toity liquor snobs. That's all.
liquor snobs, and which they have a right to be that way. It's your money. If you're paying for it, you can be as snobby as you want to be. Especially now, if I'm paying for it, then well, we're gonna have a problem. But since you're paying for it with your own money, why should I care? Now,
Well, the options are really almost sky's the limit with the amount of small family-owned distilleries that are out there.
yes, and I think what people miss is that they think they got to climb the ladder in price. I got to get this next big one. Next big one is $70 a bottle. Oh yeah, which is good. Fine, buy it. I don't take issue with that. But there's this other section over here of independent tequila producers, or it could be rum, and they might be really good, but they don't have the money to position themselves to get the attention. So you might be leapfrogging those companies, and you might be missing out. I've had that experience that some of these little, and people use a negative terminology, they'll call them off brands, which right off the bat, and that means right off the bat they're passing a judgment on the product that they've never tried. An off brand. But
like you were talking about, you were mentioning rums that I honestly never heard of, and I bet there's more on top of what you mentioned, a lot more where they came from, and the same thing goes with tequilas.
Where there's 2 or 3, there's probably 30 or 40 that we're not aware of.
Yeah, I mean, what's to stop a small operation from doing the same thing, using the same quality ingredients as a big nationally advertised company? I mean, nothing can stop it. Microbreweries. Bumpy.
Right. They just don't have the money to push the product. Now we got Bumpy Road from New Hampshire joining us also. So he's going to show us what he has, but then we're going to go to James, who's going to showcase his product next. So Bumpy, what do you have tonight? Thanks for joining.
No problem. I have Dewar's blended Scotch whiskey. This is the Caribbean Smooth. It is rum cask finished. Product Scotland, aged 8 years in the barrels. Now they say that it's double aged and finished in Caribbean rum casks for extra smoothness with notes of brown sugar, tropical fruits, caramel, and biscuity cereal. 40% ABV, so that makes it 80 proof.
Now, are you aware that they have been doing this series for about 3 years now?
This series?
Well, what they do is they've introduced a number of different special treatment bottles, like mezcal cask, rum cask, tequila cask, Madeira port wine, port cask, Madeira cask. Yeah, there's a whole.
Yeah, I was not aware. I'm not really a big liquor drinker. So I basically bought this to do the Willet mix. So I picked up some cola as well to mix, because I figured tropical notes going with cola would work well.
Yeah, and Dewar's has a whole series, and it goes about every 8 months. They'll come out with a new one, and it's pretty interesting. I tried the mezcal finish, and it was fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's that nice golden coloration. It leaves alcohol legs on the glass a little bit, and
the heat index.
Curtains.
They call that the heat index. I think that whole subject is fascinating. People borrowing casks from companies that make different liquors, and then they.
But yeah, we can move on to
Hey, y'all.
Prima Donna.
Okay, but you two guys, do you think that would be a good theme of a show? Liquors aged in other type of liquor casks.
Yes.
Yeah, this one being a Scotch, it definitely brings out a lot of rum character to it because it was finished in the rum barrel, so it does have a lot more rum to the aromas and stuff than whiskey. Even it's crazy,
right? And they have and on the flip side, they have rums that are finished in Scotch. And it goes all kind of direction. So. All right, we're going to go to James because James has been very patient.
No,
Hello,
I'm okay.
everybody. I
like the subject. What you guys are talking about. It's fascinating.
Now we're going to go to a real classic rum. I mean,
yeah. Oh, by the way,
could
you put? I don't mean to be picky. Could you put the word dark? Because I don't want to distinguish this from the white rum that they make.
Oh, right. That's right. They make Myers' white rum, right?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the website. Well, let me pour it. Certified for babies. The plastic bottle. I hope they don't all start putting their airline bottles in plastic, but I just this is the only safe way to put it in the freezer without having the chemicals leaching out of it. Okay.
Well, that's a cheaper way. What do companies do? Go the expensive route or the cheap route?
They cut corners, and their desire to cut corners and increase profits overshadow the desire for quality. Well, it definitely has a very potent caramel molasses aroma. All right, there's the color. It is definitely dark. Painkiller? No, I haven't. Oh, and what you asked about the chicken, I have no idea if it's free range, antibiotic free. I mean, the burrito I'm going to have, I have no idea. All right, let me go to it. Founded by Fred L. Myers in 1879 in Kingston, Jamaica, Myers represents over a century of authentic Jamaican heritage, pride, and history. The Myers family specializing in providing the highest quality genuine Jamaican rum, driving their rum to global recognition. Today, we are proud to honor that tradition. And then they have some photos. The process, using only pure Jamaican molasses. Myers rum is made from continuous and pot still distillation and matured in white oak barrels. The rum is then carefully blended, making for a very distinctive color, aroma, and flavorful taste. And then some photos. Aromas. Notes of blackstrap molasses, hints of coffee, celery. What the heck? Allspice, which is very aromatic and tasty spice. Hazelnut and toffee with a subtle layer of ripe pineapple. Well, we'll get to that. Taste. That's the aroma. Taste. Buttery upon entry. No comment. Buttery upon entry and followed by sweet sugarcane, caramel, tobacco, leather, honey, dark chocolate with elements of raisin and fig. The finish
now,
has
James,
the what?
Now, James, do you see what website I'm showing to start with?
Hold on. Let me see what you're doing. Yeah. Oh, you got it. You got it. But I got it blown up for me for my eyeballs. The finish has a decadent dark chocolate character with brown sugar and smokiness with underlying oak notes. And then they go on to show their platinum white. It can't just be white rum; it has to be
Yes,
platinum
I'd like
white.
to try
Okay.
platinum. I'd like to try one. I'd like to try that one.
Hmm. Well, it definitely has a pleasant molasses and, like they said, toffee flavor without um, being overly sweet. It's very smooth. Now, everything that was mentioned, the celery, the figs, the raisins, I don't know.
If you see the platinum white, are you going to buy it?
Well, I always assume white rum was for good for mixing, like making pina coladas and daiquiris and things like that, or mojitos. You know, um,
Now on the website, they show some cocktail ideas.
Planter's Punch. Planter's Punch is an old Montego Bay, Jamaica recipe. That's the drink of Jamaica. Planter's Punch. I'm sorry. I do get the chocolatey, the toffee, the molasses. As far as the celery, the figs, and the whole cornucopia of a whole fruit basket, and my taste buds only pick up what's obvious. I really can't get all those things.
Oh, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad because I read these companies' websites all the time, and they'll list 20 different attributes, and I can only pick up 3 or 4.
But I do get the smokiness of the white oak. That definitely stands out. Almost as prominent as the smokiness of a good Scotch whiskey. I do get that. It is a great rum. It is rich and complex. As far as hazelnut and pineapple and celery and no, I don't get that. Allspice, possibly, yeah, because I know what allspice tastes like. Dark chocolate, a little bit of that. Leather, I've never consumed anything that was soaked in leather.
That's what John Hilley said Wednesday night. I've never eaten leather, so I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, tobacco. I don't know where this person gets all this from. Oh my God. Yeah. I do like, my favorite words on this website is buttery upon entry. But I will pass it on. I will pass my
to Bumpy Road. Now one more little minor detail. Does anyone know who bought Myers's rum in 2018? What company bought Myers' rum? Wow, how did you guess?
Because Mr. Ringworm, whatever the hell his name is, he's a greedy little rascal. He wants to own the world's fermented beverage industry.
Oh, Mr. Goldring?
Mr. Goldring, a Goldfinger, or Gold member, whatever. Goldring he's building
an man with liquor touch. All right. Yeah. And here is Bumpy Road Brewing with his Caribbean cask rum.
Is he sitting on the porcelain throne? Well, laughing. Remember laughing used to do that? Bumpy
Yes,
road.
I hope you we want
Dating
we
game.
want we want who's the girl that had the body paint on Laugh-In that would say that was Goldie Hawn.
No, Karn. Her last name was Karn. The British girl. Oh my God, not Goldie Hawn. Her last name was Karn. She had like a reddish brown hair. Judy Karn. I think it was Judy Karn.
All right.
There he is.
So my grandson's over, so I had to go keep an eye on him while the wife was outside.
Grandson, you're so young looking.
That's right. Some aromas on this. Caribbean smooth blended Scotch from Dewar's, 8 years in the barrel, and then finished off in rum cast barrels from Castaway, starring Tom Hanks.
Castaway. I think I should get a
know
book.
what,
It definitely has.
You know what that means?
It has a heat to it.
What they mean?
What's that?
Yeah. I was going to say, do you know what they mean when they say double aged?
All it says is double aged and finished, and so I'm thinking double aged. I'm thinking that they. Go ahead.
It confused reading about Dewar's, but what I found was reading their website to they read. What they do is they take each whiskey they have, column still, grain whiskeys, and the single malt whiskeys. They age each whiskey separately, all right, separately. Then they blend them all together and age them for a number of years more. So what they do is that's what they mean double age. Aged separately, then blended together and aged again in like a gumbo or a big stew. And I'm showing the website now. It says they use up to 40 single malt and grain whiskeys, aged at least 8 years, and then double aged before being finished in ex-Caribbean rum cast for up to 6 months. Oh, that's not too long, but enough. So there you go. Brown sugar, tropical fruits, caramel.
Yeah, they say on the tropical fruit note and stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely hot. What I can pick up is a lot of the rum barrel comes through a lot in this. It's almost like smelling a Myers or whatever. It's got a lot of brown sugar, molasses type notes to me. I do get a slight vanilla, but then there is like a little hint of like mango, but not as sweet as mango. But it's like kind of like just a quick hint of like mango skin or something. There's no smokiness to this. This isn't like a peated Scotch or something. I have had one other Scotch that did have quite a bit of smokiness to it. I actually like that one. But yeah, there's no real smokiness to this at all. It is it's got a little bit of oakiness, but a lot of that rum barrel or rum cask, really does shine through with this one. And it does smell hot, even though it's only 40% alcohol. See, maybe a touch of coconut. It's my second time having this without mixing it with cola. So I'm kind of just getting used to some of the aromas. Some of them are kind of present and they come up like the first time. And then now it's like I'm getting a little bit more involved in it. Yeah. So coconut's like the newest aroma that I've been able to get out of this. But yeah, I'm on the sweet side.
Now, the price point on that is around what, $19, $20?
He froze.
He froze up. I was going to ask him what the price. I think the price point is around $19 or $20. He'll join back. These things happen with internet, you know.
Yeah. It's like the weather. I know Wi-Fi really screws up when it's overcast. Like if it's rain clouds, yeah, it's gonna rain. Yeah, a clear sky makes for great Wi-Fi. No. Well, he'll come back.
Yeah, he'll be back. He had a little internet problem, so when these things happen, so we'll pick up when Bumpy Road comes back. We'll pick up because I'm going to pick up with the question, what is the price point? I believe it's around $19, $20, and then he'll give us a score. Now, the Cuervo Gold, is it the greatest product? No, that's why it's about $15 a bottle. You know, regular size bottle.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a Cuervo Tradicional Gold. That's going to be $25 a bottle. Then you can start buying the 10-year age, the 15-year age, the 25-year age, and that's going to be 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. And then I saw one at a local store for $400 a bottle. It's all what you want to spend. You know, I'm not really looking to spend $400 for a bottle of liquid to drink, you know, but that's just me.
That's insane. Yeah.
Somebody might tell me you're cheap. I'll say, well, I'll let you be the big spender.
I mean, yeah, some of them are real pricey. Like that video I put on Everything Is Food about that bourbon company I never heard of, and one of their products was like around $150.
Oh, it gets really expensive now. Some people have the money and they're willing to spend it, and then that's fine. We're not saying, oh, you shouldn't spend that. We're saying that we are not necessarily interested in spending that. All right. So the Cuervo, I'm going to score it a 90. There's Bumpy Road. He came back. He froze up, but he came back. I'm going to add him back.
Yeah, it's at 7 o'clock time frame. My internet likes to go out, you know. I don't know what the hell I'm paying for half the time.
Well, yeah, I was just going to ask you real fast. The price point on that scotch is around $19 or $20 a bottle, something like that.
I think I paid like $26 or something. Yeah.
Oh well, I have to double check that because I think. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It might be more than I'm thinking. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Liquor in the Northeast is pricey compared to where you are.
In New Hampshire, it's a state-owned liquor outlet, so
yeah, because I thought I saw it at a local store for $19. So
possibly they do have sales sometimes. Yeah, but I think I paid like around $25, $26 for it, which to me isn't bad. That wasn't like.
No, it's not bad. All right, now, so I'm going to score the Cuervo Gold. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 100. I think it is excellent, but just barely. But it's been around since 1975, and I don't think it's designed to be a super deluxe awesome product because they sell super deluxe awesome products, but you're not going to get them for $15. You got to pay, well, you know, however high you want to go on the ladder. So, but I think it's fine. I mean, I don't take issue with it. I don't understand why people on the internet talk about how it's trash, garbage, filth, and they'd rather be tortured by, some Afghanistani group than drink it. I don't get that. But yeah. Now, as far as going, what the hell?
Taka with the symbol of Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it looks a little more cloudy than last time.
Yeah, because it was in the freezer.
Ah, so
Taka King Cake Vodka. Well, I like how the label says, this is a funny thing. Also from Sazerac, shockingly, it says imitation king cake flavored vodka. Well, yeah, that would make sense because I'm pretty sure they didn't take an entire king cake and throw it in the vodka barrel. But
sweet. It's a sweet. It's probably a very sweet flavored vodka.
Confectionery, sugar, probably
yeah,
vanilla. All right. So
and a plastic baby.
no baby. There's no babies, but there's no way you could. Well, I guess you could take a vodka and put an actual king cake in it, but I don't think you could sell it for $7.99 a bottle. But we got somebody else trying to join. We'll let you. But we're gonna go through our whole. Well, you left.
Well, you've heard of rum cake. Why can't they do that with
I love rum. Rum cakes. That's what I asked for my birthday. Rum cakes.
So you could take an actual rum cake and put it in vodka. You could put it in vodka.
No, I mean when they bake.
So you take the cake and put the rum. You put the rum in the cake. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a real dark molassesy rum in the recipe for making the king cake, and then it would be a rum king cake.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious that Sazerac with this product took the vodka and added vanilla, an enormous amount of confectioner's sugar, and then more vanilla, and then more sugar, and then more vanilla, and then more sugar, and then more vanilla, and more. All right.
And the king cake, I would put a plastic baby with an intoxicated look on his face, like that. Kind of like.
If you look at the baby's behind, if you look at the baby's bottom, it says "Made in China."
No, really?
Yeah.
It just says China. There's not enough room for made.
No, you can't fit made in. It probably says just China. They might as well have an Asian plastic baby then. Kim Jong-un have his head.
Yeah.
On
a rocket man baby.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah, Rocket Man. I remember that.
Rocket Man.
What's that guy? Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Remember that?
Yeah,
that was he's South Korean though, right?
Yeah, but he looked just like he looked a lot like Kim Jong Un. That guy.
So now James P. Madonna is going to give us his score. Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. I watched a video of just how much of a superfood kimchi really is, and I always like kimchi. It's a fermented. It's like an Asian sauerkraut, but it's instead of being shredded. Anyway, I originally. Gangnam Style. Anyway, I originally a buttery upon entry. I originally gave it a 95%, but because of its complexity, I kicked it up to 96% out of 100 because of all the aged añejo rums out there and other more exotic rums like Kraken and the Cruzan Blackstrap, but mostly all the aged rums out there. And there's a lot of rums the Dominican rums. Not just Brugal. There's one called Ron Barcelo. I
Oh
believe.
yes,
Ron Terrio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do a rum. I do a rum.
Ron.
Yes.
I told them, open up a distillery and a brewery called Rambunctious Ronald's or Authentic Cajun Hooch or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so let it be. Yeah, then Mr. Goldring will buy you out. 96% out of 100. What? You're gonna?
I love Myers. I think that it's fair for. It's a great product. I picked up a lot of wood when I drank that. I picked up a lot of oak barrel.
Yeah, yes, I do. I do get the wood notes, the smokiness. It's very prominent. The white oak barrels.
I had a Myers rum that I bought for a party. We were gonna do like some, rum and Coke or whatnot, and saved it for like 3 years. Put it in the freezer.
Well, this will be
Took
great.
it out 3 years later. It tasted like plastic.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I used
bottle.
to go. I used to go to these Polynesian restaurants with my mom or with whatever significant other I had at the time, and they would make the Mai Tais, zombie, whatever, the scorpion, all the drinks with the pineapple and the umbrella in it.
Yeah.
So they told me they use Myers rum in a lot of those South Pacific mixed drinks. They serve it in a tiki glass, shaped like a tiki. And the one that really got me drunk, just one drink, was called Navy Grog. The Navy Grog. But normally I would get Mai Tais. But they told me that they use the rum of choice for these drinks is Myers, and it tells you right on the menu. They use Myers Dark in those tropical drinks.
Well, I'm gonna try to make an effort in the next 5 years to buy Myers's silver rum. Platinum rum.
Well, of course, they're going to call it platinum.
Well, go with the silver if you're being hunted by werewolves, for sure.
Right, but they only make platinum.
Well, silver is not only repels evil things, but if you ever heard of colloidal silver, it kills any pathogen that's in your body, any known virus or bacteria. Colloidal silver. Well, silver is a trace mineral. It does exist in foods. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, go.
And I digest. Yeah, so some of those notes I was getting, let's see if they follow through on the palate. I've been kind of drinking. It is hot. I'm not much of a liqueur, hard alcohol drinker.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit of oakiness. There's a slight vanilla. Still kind of pick up on a little bit of that kind of mango peel, but it is hot to me, which it's difficult for me to get past alcohol notes. Yeah, I can see brown sugar, touch of caramel in there, but it's not like super sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With all the alcohol burn. But it's kind of like there's a presence of what might remain after eating brown sugar or something, after you've already swallowed it and stuff. Oh, all right. For the select few amount of Scotch ales and stuff that I've drank, this one's definitely not my favorite. I can say that.
Scotch.
It's all right. I mean,
Wait. You mean Scotch whiskeys?
Did I say Scotch ales?
Yeah.
Scotch ales.
I'm a beer drinker. Yeah, Scotch whiskeys. scotches. I think I've only had one other scotch.
Yeah.
I've had some other whiskeys. I've had some Johnny Walker stuff. I've had some various bourbons, things like that. This one is, I don't know where I'd kind of land it as far as my enjoyability. Like, I'm probably right around an 80. I'd say like an 86, 85
All right.
out of 100 for it. Yeah, I'm able to I'm drinking it naked, or I think it's called naked with no ice, and it's just
Yeah. Neat. Yeah. Neat.
neat, neat
I've never
naked.
had it. I've never had the product. I've never had the product, so I can't comment. I don't know if I'd like it or not. I assume I'd like
I
it.
mean,
I
you
don't
might. You
know.
like? Do you like rum? It's got a lot of
Oh
rum.
yeah, I have.
quality.
Well, come to my house and you'll get the answer
Yeah.
to that.
I think it's something that you could possibly appreciate. I mean, I can drink it without doing the whole like total, because a lot of times I try to drink like a bourbon or a whiskey, and it's just like too hot for me, and that's all I get is this burn. That's just like, and there's like no flavors. It's like, what are you talking about? There's flavors to this. This I can still kind of pick out some flavor notes, not as many as they would probably list on a website. I'm sure they're talking about probably coconut and pineapple and mango and chocolate and caramel and s'mores, and you know how they do. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's a fair score, and if I ever try it, I doubt I will because I'm so backlogged. I'll try to give it a fair. I will try to give it a fair score too. We're gonna go to now the promo part. I'll just make some adjustments on the order. Yeah, it's still 90 degrees outside. I can't get over this. Now, as far as promos, I usually go to sleep early, not because I'm crazy or anything. It's just that I do dawn busters at dawn. People would say, well, that is crazy. Okay. I know a lot of people do hangouts at night, and I would join them theoretically. I would join them, but I'm laying in bed watching a game or something. But uh, I'm sure at 1 o'clock in the morning I'll hear some scratching on the back door, and I'll hear like scratching, and I'll be like, oh yeah, here we go. I got lacerated today. 2 days ago. That wasn't very nice. I didn't go I should have gone to the doctor and gotten stitches, but I just figured it would heal up.
You have any aloe vera? Looks like it's scabbing up. If you have any aloe vera gel, that'll speed it up.
Yeah, I think I have some of that, but it's like you attack me, and then 2 minutes later you're putting your head up against my beard, like doing this with the top of your head against my beard, and then I hear this sound like brr, 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 brr. I'm like, oh yeah. Slice my leg open.
You can actually grow huge aloes outside your house where you live.
Oh, it's so hot. But we haven't gotten any rain in about 3 weeks, which is getting me a little scared. I'm getting a little nervous because normally in Louisiana we get rain, and everything's drying up. I'm like, do I live in Louisiana? Do I live in Arizona? But anyway, so coming up tomorrow morning at dawn, talking about Dewar's, I have a bottle of Dewar's 18-year aged, which I think Jesse, Bumpy Road Brewing, we'll use that trade name, Bumpy Road Brewing, would like this because it's aged 18 years.
Oh.
That's 10 years more than mine.
Yeah, and it costs a little bit. It costs a lot of money, but it's going up against a very interesting product. This is Chivas Regal. Chivas Regal, and this product, Chivas Regal, is finished in Japanese Mitsunara oak. So it's another one of those specialty products, but it's finished in Japanese oak. And I'll tell you one thing, you can really pick up the Japanese oak in this. It's amazing. I don't think it's going to be that much of a challenge. I think I'm going to be able to discern the Chivas brothers from the Doers, but I don't know that because I do it blind. And then on Monday, Jesse's going to tell you all about New Brew. And then Wednesday, we have James P. Madonna is going to be like, I'll put a gun in my head before I join that. And I can understand. But we're going to do Budweiser, examine Budweiser. And then next Friday, we'll be back with Fandango Friday. That's my plan of action, at least.
When is the theme? When is the theme for dessert wines?
Okay.
I got a question for your Budweiser thing. Is it any Budweiser product or like Bud Heavy itself?
Yeah, the actual Budweiser, the king of beers.
All right. So not like Bud Select or Platinum.
No,
Blue,
just
No,
no, Budweiser, the king of beers. Yeah. Okay. And then
when is the dessert wine?
I got my calendar book. I got my calendar book out. So July 6th is Joker's Wild Wednesday. Bring anything you want. Beer, wine, liquor, milk, chocolate powder mix.
Okay. I have something for Joker's Wild Wednesday, and I have something for dessert wine day.
Okay, now July 13th is Natty Daddy, another Anheuser-Busch product. Natty Daddy, which is like an extra strong mass-produced beer. Then July 20th is actually Taylor dessert wines. I really wanted to make it specifically Taylor dessert wines. From Taylor Wine Company. But
well, I can't come. I can't come.
I know, but you bought a dessert wine that's not Taylor, but I do have room, and I don't know what you think about this idea. What about July 27th, the week after July 27th? Any dessert wine?
Okay, so Joker's Wild is July 6th.
Yes.
And you want to do any dessert wine July 27th. All right, I'm going to put that on my phone calendar.
Now, if within the next month, Jesse got knocked off again. I know he wants to do a promo. If within the next month you find another dessert wine from Taylor, a Taylor dessert wine, they're pretty common. If you want to join that on the 20th, I hope you do, because they have Taylor sherry, cream sherry, dry sherry, and all.
I know.
And I got mine for $4.99. I got my bottle for $4.99. Well, I don't guess too many people are gonna.
And the Taylor is which day?
July 20th.
20th is Taylor dessert wine. 27th is any dessert wine. And the 6th is Joker's Wild.
Wild Wednesday, yes.
6, 2027.
Now we're gonna enlarge James, and Jesse will come back to do his promos, I'm pretty sure. But that's what's coming up, y'all. We have a lot of exciting videos coming up.
Yeah. Oh, my promo time. I'll be going live as usual Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time with progressive discussions. I know that it's an open topic show, pretty much, but I usually start off with the serious topics. Now, as far as doing the serious topics from 3 to 4, that's not working out because I have so much material to go over. I often overlap and go beyond 4 p.m. So I'm just gonna just call it Progressive Discussions Open Topic Show. Now, last Sunday, I had a wonderful discussion online live with Ronald J. Theriot. He came on the show. Anytime he comes on, we have interesting discussions, and his input is very educational. And there's definitely going to be. I'll tell you one thing. I'll never run out of material with the way things are going on in the country and the world.
No.
There's no running out of material. And I know, last week we talked about the months, how all these lobbying groups want special treatment for a whole month, and they're going to run out of months. But I was never a fan of pandering.
No,
never a fan of it. I mean, I'm progressive, but I'm not a neoliberal. I'm not going to pander. But anyway, that's pretty much it with my promo. Hey, I remember John Womack. Yeah, the aloe vera, you don't have to buy a plant. You just take, if the aloe wasn't refrigerated or frozen, you take a big aloe leaf, you cut apart where the tip is. You cut that off, and you put it on the shelf somewhere, and you let the gel part callus over and dry. It'll form a callus. Once you do that, then you can put it outside and stick it right in the ground with the tip side pointing up, and then give it some water, and in most cases it'll sprout roots, and you'll have an aloe vera plant. Louisiana. So anyway, that's it with my promo. Jesse is I feel bad for him. I mean, he's paying for an internet service that's
it's going on. Yeah, it's like, what does he get? What's the benefit? What is he getting out of it? He got knocked off twice. He doesn't even get to do his promo. I mean, it's outrageous. It's an insult. Well, I'm going to do the promo for him. I'm going to do the promo because
I know Jesse Bumpy Road does a show on Monday night where you bring a beer that you never had before.
It's called
any beer that you never had before.
Which would mean you have to be an honest person, because anybody could lie and claim that they never had the beer before.
Well, anybody could lie about their age when they go to a liquor website.
Right. So it's a hangout that's designed to appeal to honest people that have a beer that they've never had before, and they can describe it, and then they talk about, and it's kind of laid back. They just talk about various things. It's not like, and now we do this, and then we do that, and then we do that. I do that on my channel because I'm trying to conserve time. I know a lot of people are not going to watch an hours-long video. I don't watch them. So
what is the name of Jesse's YouTube channel? Is it Bumpy Road's Brewery?
Bumpy Road Brewery.
Bumpy Road Brewery. Yeah, he's located in New Hampshire. For those viewers that don't know Jesse's live shows.
So check out Bumpy Road Brewery and just type in that, or you can type in New Brew, and they're going to do Monday nights at about 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern, they do New Brews, and they have a lot of interesting products. Most of the products I've never had in my life and never even heard of them.
So the title of the show is New Brew.
New Brew.
That's very clever.
Yeah, NEWBREW. Yeah, so we appreciate Jesse joining. Hopefully next Friday you won't have these internet problems, but it can happen to anybody. It happens to me quite a bit.
And Beer Man from the state of Oregon does a beer and cheese on Tuesday night.
Yes, and then he does themes on Wednesday night.
Yeah, beer and cheese, not cheese and beer. Beer and cheese, I believe it's called. And yeah, it's Beer Man. I'm assuming. It could, I don't know. It could be spelled the European way, right? Bier.
Yes, Beer Man, Bier.
Yeah, that's it. Beer and cheese, and that's pretty much it. And then of course Ronald's theme will be Budweiser, the king of beers.
Oh. Well, before we do the closeout, because I'm absent-minded, I've overlooked James before in the past. My fault, not his fault. My fault. But
you're going to show me some salami or something.
Yeah,
something.
And I appointed James as the producer, so he has the carte blanche to interrupt me at any time. But
okay, you're going to show me some food.
Here's the deal I got yesterday. Okay, hold on, folks. Hold on.
And I tell you, this burrito I'm going to eat has guacamole in it and the sour cream and the grilled chicken. I guarantee. People say to me, Justin, why do you always use this olive oil? Well, I use this olive oil because I like olive oil. That's exactly what I used to say.
And that was a character. That was a made-up accent because he was not from the French part of Louisiana. He just heard other people speaking like that, so he invented a character, which was pretty interesting.
Oh my God! Really? He was.
He was an Anglo-American. He grew up. His natural accent was like, "Hi, y'all. I'm from Louisiana," but he adopted this like pretend Cajun accent, which was very successful.
Now the waspy Louisiana people are from the north, right?
Yes, and they have last names like Baker, Jones, Smith, Johnston.
Okay.
And Wilson.
So you border on Tennessee and Kentucky, sort of to the north.
Mississippi, Arkansas. Yeah, Texas to the west. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Justin Wilson grew up in the Anglo-America, but he thought these Cajuns are so strange, So he made a career out of imitating them. I didn't take offense to it. I ate his jambalaya once. It was very good.
Well, because you know why? Because it was the fad. People loved New Orleans with the Mardi Gras. They were all, New Orleans was like super touristy and popular, and they got into that whole Cajun thing. Jamestown brand, great value. Now, what does value bacon mean? Hardwood smoked. All right. Look, I like it because it's cut thick. I noticed.
Now, I bought this already once, and the reason it was so inexpensive is the company claims this.
Irregular. Hey, I don't care if it's irregular slices. As long if the price is low, I'll buy a half.
I bought a whole case of this last month, and they were perfectly sliced. I was trying to figure out what's irregular about it. It's like 1/2 millimeter off. And it was so good. This bacon was so good. You could pick up the hickory smoke, and it's from Smithfield, Virginia. It's from Virginia.
Smithfield.
This bacon was on sale this week for $2.99 for a whole pack.
Wow. I would buy. I don't blame you for buying a case of that.
It's so good, and it's so savory, and it's not greasy, and you put it on a low flame. Got to put it on a low flame, folks. And it's perfect.
That's exactly how I season my cast iron cookware. Is I would do it with bacon. I would do bacon every day for 1 week, and then the cast iron would turn black, and it would be properly seasoned.
Oh. Now I use a pot on the stove. Now I was at Mathern's 2 days ago, and they had this.
What's that? Reduced jalapeno boudin, boudin, pork. Is it a sausage?
Yes. Sorry about that.
All right, $2.25. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That looks very good. It's like a big smoke. That looks very, very delectable.
It's pork and rice, Louisiana rice and pork, held together in a pork casing. So boudin is obviously a French sauce, but they use rice and pork together. There are people that travel 100 miles to get boudin in Louisiana. So I thought for $2.25, I cannot overlook it.
Yeah, but the meats can be frozen. So that could easily, if they had like a whole, like if they had a lot of those.
Oh, they had 25 cases. They had 25 packs of this for $2.25.
I mean, you would have to. You could leave them in the original package if you want. So it depends. Sometimes if something's on sale, I'll put it in a gallon Ziploc freezer bag, and just the one with the little doohickey, the little plastic thing that slides.
Yeah.
And I would just put like the time St. Patrick's Day, Whole Foods had the Irish banger sausages, which I happen to think are very tasty, and not greasy at all, very lean pork. And so I would take them several packages home and put them in the Ziploc. And if they're smoked or cooked already, they won't form a solid block. They like if you put raw Italian sausages in a Ziploc, it will become one solid block of pork. Like then you would have to slowly like defrost the whole thing outside, and then get a knife and chisel it apart. That's why I have to wrap it in parchment paper or aluminum foil. Then you're okay. But if the sausages are smoked, or if any meat you're buying is already cooked, then you don't have to worry about it clinging together in an ice block. Chicken will forget it. Chicken will freeze in one block. So you have to portion the chicken out. Like I would buy a huge family package of split chicken breasts, free range, no antibiotics, whatever. And then I would aluminum wrap them in the portion that I eat. Now these are big breasts, so it will be one.
Yeah.
And then the thighs would be 2 to 3 chicken thighs, and I would wrap it. So on and so forth. The Italian sausage, the nice ones, the big ones that are parsley and cheese made by Patsy's, I would take 2 of those long ones, wrap it, and put it in the freezer. But it's really, you got some, not only do you have bargains in liquor and everything, but you have great bargains in meats.
I know. And I think you would love boudin.
Well, I like the look of it. I see the what is it, parsley or something? I see the herbs in there, and it's white, like a white bratwurst. There's there's different kinds of bratwurst. There's smoked, there's the white one, and then there's the fresh raw bratwurst.
And James, before we close out, James.
Yeah.
Some of these companies make what they call boudin balls. They take the boudin sausage raw and they press it together like a ball.
Okay.
Like a billiard ball or a pool ball, and then they drop it in a deep fryer.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of the Italian deep fried rice balls, except this has pork in it.
Yeah, boudin balls.
boudin balls. But those sausages look great. Let me know how they taste, and if I was you, I would stock up on things like that.
Yeah, I'll put some photos in foodography. I'll put some photos in not foodography. I'll put some photos in everything is food from the automatic seafood restaurant in Birmingham. You saw
Oh yeah.
the fish collar and the fish and mushroom soup and the seared scallops and brisket.
Yeah, your photos are fantastic that you're posting. When you said fish collar, it reminded me of my little tricks, I had when I worked with seafood. If I would take, let's say, bonito, whole bonito fish would come in, which is like a tuna but darker.
Yeah, bonito. Yeah.
Bonito. What I would do is I would say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy a bonito fish head and make soup. I would take the knife and then I would go, instead of cutting the head like I normally do for customers, I would move the knife over a few inches and cut myself a big bonito steak with the head for the price of the head. So I would get a head start on a great meal. So anyway, I'm getting hungry now. That huge burrito is going to go down good.
Oh yeah.
Biden, people still talk. Even when we talk about food and liquor, they still talk about politics. Hey, these politicians are rich, man. They're living high on the hog, and they don't, you know. And you got to pay your bills. You know, you're a regular Joe six pack. I wouldn't just live your lives, be happy, or try to. Here we go. Boy, Jesse, man, he's got bad internet. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining Fandango Friday. Ronald J. Theriot, have a good night. And if you're around, maybe I'll see you Sunday for progressive discussions.
Yes.
I'm gonna be busy with a lot of good stuff. Oh, people, don't be anxious to go out and buy an electric car yet, if you get my drift, because I'm going to be playing something about that.
Toyota recalled all of their electric cars and warned people to not drive them under any circumstances.
The technology is not quite there yet. I'm telling you, it takes way too long to charge them. We're talking like, for if you have half the battery empty, it takes like over a half hour just to charge a half a battery to fill it up, just a half. And sometimes there's a long line at the charging station, so you got to wait online. Then you have to wait to charge your battery, and the charging situation is driving people nuts. You mean the whole function of doing it? Yeah, and the range is not sufficient.
300 miles is a joke.
That is a joke. And guess what? There have been customer complaints about the very expensive Tesla. So Mr. Elon Musk should stop doing videos, patting himself on the back, and start pay attention to consumer feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
my
anyway,
goodness. All right.
good night.
Well, y'all good night, everybody. Y'all take care now.